Good morning. Ah, Cocoa Beach. So it's always been, something I wanted to do. Catch the sunrise on the east coast of Florida, i.e., Cocoa Beach, and then catch the sunset over back on the other side. So if all things go as planned, I will also catch the sunset this evening when I get back home. One of the reasons why I share what I share is just this what I do. Just sharing my journey, and hopefully it will, I don't know, inspire some people. I know there's people that want to do things, but don't. For whatever reason, they worry about what someone else is going to think, or they'll do it later. I've made all those excuses. I've been there. I remember having a vehicle that wasn't sure how far it would carry me, worrying about having enough money to take trips. And, sometimes those are obstacles that you have to overcome, but you eventually have to overcome them. And if those aren't obstacles, then, what's holding you back from doing things you want to do? Some people would say, why would you drive? That's kind of ridiculous. Typically, I would have wanted to do it with my partner, and stay the night, which, I may do that up in St. Augustine, and then catch the sunrise the next morning, and then go back and catch the sunset. But if I sat there and waited until I had a partner to share it with, who knows what's going to come up. I lived in Florida for, it was what, 15 years before I ever made it down to Key West. Key West is a 7 hour drive, 8 hours depending on traffic. So finally, I just said, screw it, I'm going. I found I had gotten into camping because I wanted to do some camping. So I said, screw it, I'll go down there and go camping. I found a little small, I guess you would call it a campground. It wasn't much, but took my bike, went down there. Stayed the night. Did I stay 2 nights? I think I stayed 2 nights. Rode my bike around down there. Took a picture at the southernmost point, like everybody does. But since then, I've been back, what, 2 or 3 times? It's just like when Dallas built a new stadium, AT&T Stadium. I said, I want to go to a game. I want to go to a game. And finally, I just said, screw it. Um, Took the kids. And ever since that trip, I've been back there 3 or 4 times. So that's kind of how things happen. Um, and I'm reminded now as people are walking down the beach. Years ago, would have never done this. Uh, I guess because it's a thing now, so everybody's used to it. But I was worried about what people were thinking. Because maybe exercising on the beach I wouldn't have done, which I do. Uh, sprinting up and down, doing calisthenics. Because I was always worried about what people would think, and who cares? It's it's how I affectionately call it giving zero fucks. It's not that I don't care. I don't worry. You can't worry about what other people think. And again, there's a place for that. If you have a partner, you have to worry about what your partner thinks. If you give kids, there's balances with everything, but for the most part, you've got to sit down and ask yourself, what do you want? Why do you want it? And what's stopping you? Why is it stopping you? Is it something within you, or is it an external thing? it's here's the deal: we're dying, right? Now there is this, they say, well, you're dying as soon as you're born. I scientifically at 40, after 40, your body starts to decay. You start declining. It's a fact, uh, scientifically. So it's there's going to come a day when time runs out, and you just gotta start doing stuff. And that's why one of my foundations, one of my fundamentals is have a goal, make a plan, take action, check results, and then make adjustments. And it's the same thing with if you want to go do something. If you want to go visit someplace, if you want to go see your favorite team at the stadium, that's the goal. Make a plan of how you're going to make it happen. Start taking action towards it. Maybe you have to save money, maybe you have to save time off, whatever it is. And then, in this scenario, check your results. Are you getting closer to going? Do you need to make adjustments? Sometimes you just have to buy that ticket. It's tough. I trust me. I've been there. Uh, I am. I am one of those that will jump in both feet first, just go, and then some things it takes me forever to make a decision. That do I go? Do I not go? And over time, it has become a little bit easier because it took practice. But I was able to identify: is this something I really want? Am I doing it just to make a point to someone else, or make someone else jealous, or to get back at somebody, or is it something that I truly want to do? And of course, money comes into play, but that's a whole nother thing. If you want to start following me over in Attracting Money 101, I'll share with you how I changed my mindset to get to a point where I could do stuff, where I could when my buddy calls me and says, "Hey, let's go to a football game," and then within 30 minutes we both have flights booked to go somewhere. It's a lot of people. I think he even said, it's like something you see on TV, and that's life is meant to be lived. Get out there and live it. Here I am sitting here. This is one of the reasons why I moved to Florida, was for the beaches. Now, I will say that I didn't just come out here to see the sunset. On the way back, halfway back home, I'm going to see my parents. So I made it a win-win. And if you have to do that with things, if you want to coordinate, a trip with a business trip, and combine them together, whatever it takes to get you to go start doing something, start taking that step. Hit me up. Let me know some of the things you're wanting to do. Maybe I'll have some suggestions on how to get there, how to do it. Uh, One of the things is start talking about it. That's I've made videos about this before, and this is more towards uh, other goals, I guess. But uh, some people say, hustle and silence. Don't say anything, just do it. And then some people say, put it out there so other people hold you accountable. I'm more of a, and I go back and forth, but I think ultimately you have to put it out there. Maybe you start saying, hey, I want to take this trip, I want to do this, and somebody says, oh, you know what, I was going to go and I have tickets, I'll give them to you, or I'll give them to you half price, or whatever it may be. Put it out there. Let me know what are you wanting to do? What do you want to do? My next goal is to, I have to figure it out time wise, but I'd like to try and do this. Catch the sunset over here, or the sunrise, and then the sunset over in California. I think timing wise that's possible if you line the flights up right, just for shits and giggles. I have a lot of travel plans that I want to do within the states, but my next thing is international travel. Uh, start going overseas. I want to see the world. So whatever it is, you write it down, put it down, make a list. But you have to start making plans, and then you have to start taking action towards those plans to do the things you want to do. Enjoy this existence.